Hello everyone. Imagine you run a business where you work on various projects for your customers. If so, you would need to keep track of a number of different things like exploring various ways to charge your customer, logging time for the work you complete, including any project-related expenses, and invoicing them depending on all these aspects. Using Zoho Invoice, you can work with projects and perform these functions seamlessly. In this video, we'll see how you can create a project, log time, add related expenses, invoice them, and other functions that can be performed upon your project. Let's get started. First, let's see how you can create a project. Log into your Zoho Invoice account. Go to the Timesheets module and click Create a New Project or the plus New Project button at the top of the page. Enter the project name and select the customer for whom you're working. There are various billing methods available in Zoho Invoice. You can charge your customer a fixed cost for the whole project or charge them based on the number of hours you work on the project. You can bill your customers for the hourly rates of the individual tasks that are part of it, or based on the rate that each staff charges for working on the project. For the purpose of this video, let's select based on task hours. This project will be billed based on the hourly rates of the task. If you would like to add more users to this project, click the plus add user button. Click this option to import project tasks from existing projects. To add a new task, enter the task name and mention the hourly rates of the task in the respective fields. If you wish to bill the task to your customer, mark the billable checkbox. To track this project, you can add it to your watch list on the dashboard. Then click Save to confirm the action. Your project is successfully created. Next, whenever you work on this project, you can log time for it. You can log time in two different ways, manually or by using timer. To manually log time for your project, go to Timesheets and select the project that you wish to log time for and click Log Time. Enter the task you're associating it with and the time spent. If you would like to enter the start and end time, click here. Mark the billable box if you wish to bill the task, select the user and save it. To log time using the timer, in the Timesheets module, click the Start icon at the top. Associate with the project, task, and start the timer. Or go to Timesheets and select the project that you wish to log time for. Click Log Time at the top of the page. In the pop-up that appears, click Start Timer. You can also manage and log time using the Timer Chrome extension available in Zoho Invoice. Please note that you can choose to pause, stop, or delete the entry. Your time entry is successfully recorded. You can now view all the time entries associated with this project under the Timesheet tab. Now, let's add expenses to your project. Every project incurs certain costs such as purchasing raw materials, labor charges, logistics, and more. These expenses can also be billed to your customers. Let's record an expense for the project and bill it to your customer. Go to the Timesheets module and select the project that you wish to create an expense for. Click New Transaction and select Create Expense from the drop-down. Select the category name, enter the amount and mention the markup price if required. Mark the billable box and save it. Your expense is successfully created. Now, whenever you create an invoice for this customer, you can find these expenses and choose to charge them for the same. You can view all the expenses recorded for this project listed under the Expenses tab. Please note that you can also record expenses directly in the expenses module and associate it with a project. You can bill your customers for the number of hours you spent working on the project. To create an invoice for your project, go to the Timesheets module and select the project that you wish to create the invoice for. Click New Transaction and select Create Invoice from the drop-down. In the pop-up that appears, select the date range that you wish to bill your client for. To add all the time entries associated with this project, mark this box. Choose a desired way to sort your data on the invoice. Select the item names that you wish to display in the items table. To add all unbilled expenses associated with the project, mark this box. Click Add to confirm the action. In the invoice creation page, you can verify all the details and save and send the invoice to your client. You have successfully invoiced your expense time entries associated with this project and shared it with your customer. You can view all the sales transactions associated with the project under the Sales tab. Once you create a project, you can also perform other functions upon it, such as editing your project, adding more sales and purchase transactions, marking the project as inactive, cloning your project, adding more users if required, and deleting the project. And that brings us to the end of the video. Hope you've got a good understanding about managing projects in Zoho Invoice. If you have any queries, feel free to contact us at support@zohoinvoice.com. If you found this video helpful, do like, share, and subscribe. Click the bell icon to get further updates from us. Thank you.